Miami has a Dolphins, the greatest football team.
Yeah.
Just about 8 miles inland from the warm waters of the Atlantic, we are inside Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Dallas Cowboys and the Miami Dolphins on Sunday Night Primetime. Mike Tirico, Greg Olds are ready to get this one going. Jake Bates set to get it started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll run it for the first time with Devontae Williams. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Kenneth Grant in there on the tackle.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 7.
Kill. Here we go, 47.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
3rd and short. Prescott. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job.
Williams hit, and he loses the football. But this is taken in by a teammate.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
First carry now for Jaden Blue. Inside the 30. And he will go all the way. Jaden Blue. Touchdown Cowboys. That's his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. The extra point by Aubrey is good. Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead. The touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown.
Their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll run here. This is Devon Achane. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. 13 yards to start that drive, and a quick 1st down.
That's good for a Dolphins 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Lightning 18.
Once again, it's Achane. down the sideline, past the 40. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. He is just gashing the defense right now. 17 more yards with that one. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 19, check smash, check smash.
On the ground, this is Jalen Wright. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4.
4 yards on the pickup.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
Come on, set. Ready, Lions. Let's go.
Now this time, they'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
18, pioneer. Go. Ready.
They'll look to throw. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
And his passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
He has to drive this through the rain, but he does. The kick is good. And the Dolphins are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Look at him go! And he's going to take this all the way back. 91 yards. Touchdown, Dallas. Greg, it is one of the most exciting plays in football. Rare that we see it, but when it all comes together and works out in a return for a touchdown, it is truly something special.
And it is, Mike, it is because we don't see it very often in a world of the ever-increasing touchback. We don't see a lot of returns in this league, so when you get one, let alone one as exciting as that, man, it is fun to watch.
This taken at the 5. Yeah! And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin then.
25-yard line.
Okay, break. Here we go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. That is caught left side by Waddle. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick 1st down.
1st and 10 at the
So
38
1st and 10 here now at the 38.
Let's go now. Let's go.
On the ground, here is Keaton. And let's give him about 4 on that one. Osa Odigizua there on the tackle.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 6.
Ready.
Now they'll set up to throw. They try to hit him with a screen. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
Good-looking screen play there, a gain of 11 and a 1st down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
3rd and long obviously isn't an ideal situation to be in offensively. It makes you very predictable, which then places a ton of stress on your offensive line and your quarterback. So they've got to start being more productive in these early downs and set themselves up for more success come 3rd down.
Jalen Waddle, the intended target, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. To return, it is Turpin. And he'll get a few yards on this return, up past the 15-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
Here we go, go to 54, go to 53. There we go. All right, hey, there we go, go to 53.
On the give, it's Williams. Williams hit, and he loses the football. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happens to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times, and I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged a bullet.
Now a second down throw for Prescott. He'll get this complete. It's George Pickens. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Here now, 3rd and 5.
Yeah, here we go.
Operating from the gun, here's Dak. Short throw, caught by Ferguson. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. Recovered by one of his teammates.
Get it? 70. Steady.
A run out of the gun with Achan. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. Donovan Ezaraku there to make the play.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. They had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
A toss, left side, caught by his running back. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. The Dolphins in possession of the football. We begin the 2nd quarter. They've got it 2nd and 1 coming up. They'll run this one straight ahead with Achan. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Finding space at the 15. And he's in. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Miami. He's up to 21 touchdowns now. What a campaign. Bates, good with the extra points. And the Dolphins are back within 4. It is 14-10. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
At their own 38-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They run over center with Williams. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
Cowboys, first down. A gain of 15. First down, Dallas.
Here we go, going to 54, line in. Here we go, going to 54, going to 54, line in. What do you think?
On first down, right back to Williams. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 13 more on that carry. He is churning out the yards. And another first down. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
First down.
In motion, Lamb. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And it's a big run down to the 10-yard line. They get 24 on that one. That's good for a Dallas first down.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space. And, man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up first and goal. A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on second and goal.
At the Dolphins' 12-yard line.
Money up to a whole nother level. Don't know no better. When I got rich and deep down. Bro coming slow, 6 racks on a sweater. Think I'm cheating, I'm just chilling with the fellas. Grandma always told me never trust these. Spit 60 racks on me, camouflage bells. Diamonds on me, I'm a blue gel. Twin, funny hustle and grill. I'm nothing like them, I put paper over pleasure. I used to want to M, now I got sell.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll go again here with Williams. To the pylon, he's in. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Dallas. His 12th touchdown of the year. That touchdown puts him in double digits. Now 10 rushing touchdowns on the season. Aubrey, good with the extra point. And the Cowboys are out to a 21-10 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. He's to midfield. Still on the move. And he's going to take this all the way back. 90 yards. Touchdown, Miami. touchdown. It's Bates to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. To the 45. Still going. And they're not going to run it down. He goes all the way. 77 yards. Touchdown, Dallas.
The kicker on.
Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. Up the sideline, past midfield. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 33-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 32 yards.
At the 33-yard
Let's
line.
go now. Go.
Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Off balance throw, it's complete. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. Call it a gain of 13. 1st down, Miami.
Dolphins, 1st down. 1st and 10
Thank you,
at
God.
the
Thank you,
20-yard
God.
line.
Cowboys.
A run here with Achane. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7.
Hey. Steady.
That's an RPO quickly into the hands of Waddle. And he's into the end zone. What a response. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins. Bates is good with the extra point. And the Dolphins will cut the deficit down to 4.
Dolphins, 24.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
On the return, the Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
We're going to 53.
The drive begins with a run by Williams. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. 2nd down.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
That is Ferguson in motion. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
We go 46. 26.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd down. This one's just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. On comes the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. at the 19. And some nifty running on return. But took some good yardage before he was taken down. Back to throw here to begin the drop. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 40-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Big-time completion here as they try to get some points before the half. And remember, they're getting the ball back after the break, so they get a chance to double up possessions here if they're able to put a scoring drive together in the closing stages of this half.
Come on.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
At the 46-yard line.
65.
On the carry, it's Achane. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down.
And the Dolphins, first down. First and 10.
Throwing now from the gun. That is intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
They're going to 53. Yeah, 26.
Out of the shotgun, they give it to Williams. Just refusing to go down. He winds up with a gain of 7.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
And now the Cowboys are going to take a timeout, and they'll stop at just over a minute remaining in this first half. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
Here we go, 47. Yeah! There we go. Hey, kill!
It's another run here for Williams. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down.
A gain of 4 yards.
Kill!
Cowboys, first down.
Kill!
A gain of 4 yards. First down.
It'll be a run out of the gun with Williams. And he'll just hope to stay on his feet here, picking his way forward for a gain of about 4. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's 2nd and 6.
Yeah! There we go. All right, hey. Go, get out there. Then we're going to 53. There we go, kill. 26.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. That's to the left side, taken in by Smith. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. He'll try to run for it with Williams. And he will have a Cowboys first down. As this defense is unable to hold, gain of 7 on that 3rd and 2.
First down. An 8-yard pickup.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout. For the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This will be a 46-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. So we are at halftime. Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League. on EA Sports. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught on the right side by Waddle. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield.
That's good for a Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Pat the 60.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. They'll toss it here to Achane.
Well, this is something we don't see every day, Mike. A team playing with a traditional I formation fullback. It's kind of a lost art in today's modern game, but in this case, highly effective. Great job by the fullback clearing out the path for his running back, and they're able to pick up the first down.
And he'll get this to the 43-yard line. Jamal Clark there to get him down. Third down, 3 to go.
Brings up third and 3.
Go! Ready?
Look wide, get this one complete, and he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
And the Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Well run with Achane. A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for a Dolphins first down.
14 yards.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
And the Dolphins are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown. A gain of 10. Move the sticks again. Another first down. So not quite first and goal. It's first and 10. They're pretty close. And a nice run. It's down to the 5-yard line.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Devon Achane. Touchdown Miami. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Bates, good with the extra point. And the Dolphins go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. He'll wind up getting this all the way to the 45-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Go to 54, go to 54. Why?
They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And a strong first down run. A pickup of 9. Setting up second and short.
Watching him throughout this game has been incredible, Mike. I mean, I've loved watching him perform. The reality is it just hasn't impacted the outcome of the game. It's really been a wasted individual effort. unless they could somehow find a way to flip this thing around.
A give, and here comes Williams. And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
On third down, Prescott. He's got his man. It's Pickens. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
They put Pickens in motion. Dak going to give this to Blue. Fill it forward for maybe a yard. Oye Olorcan with the play.
Brings up second and 9.
It is second and 9.
We're going to 53.
Now it's Williams. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up third down.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Third and a yard. Now Prescott. There's a short one that's caught by Ferguson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 10-yard line.
Here's second and 3 to go.
Here we go.
A give. Here comes Blue. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
At 47. Under. Hey, that's your man.
Pistol now for Prescott. This one caught the floor. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up first and goal.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
This has been some kind of march downfield now. And they pay it off with 6. It's first and goal.
Here we go, 46. 26.
Williams is in. Touchdown, Dallas. And making a hat trick. That is his 3rd rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the second half. Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value. And so far, this guy's been incredible.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
28-yard line.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. It's second down.
Contrary to what all of the fans at home think, I don't have rooting interest in any of these games. But as you know, when it comes to tight ends, there's no bigger fan than this guy right here. I want to see them be able to connect, especially on those big plays downfield.
And that ball led in too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
Let's go. Cowboy 80.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete, but a flag down in the backfield. That's the area we usually see holding. Punt team headed out for the Dolphins. And he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line.
At their own 41-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Williams. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
From the 46, here's second down and 4. That is Ferguson in motion.
We're going to 53.
On the carry, it's Williams. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Cowboys.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
We're going to 54.
On first down, here's Blue. Has some room inside the 30. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. And even 30 yards.
A gain of 30. And the Cowboy first down.
So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. Here comes the jet sweep. And that one shut down right away. Good pressure on the backside. The defense stops him for no gain.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
On the ground, this is Williams. And he is not going to get away. Might have got the yard, but it will set up third down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
In motion, Lamb. From the shotgun, it's Dak. That's to the end zone, but just too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. A return now from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
Don't feel it no more. You a dump in a minute, but can't steer it no more. Riding the wave, but now you're telling on.
Ready.
On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
Here we go, set. Panther 60, Panther 60. 19 Lions.
Back to throw. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. The quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
That one on target to Williams. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A big one there on third down. Good for 26 yards.
Let's go now.
Now they'll set up to throw. That one to the sideline and incomplete, and a penalty flag now comes in late. Maybe no receiver in the area on that one. He'll drop to throw. Working free downfield. It is Williams. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw again. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
At the 22-yard line.
Ready. 70 Lions. Ready.
Back to the air one more time. Forced out left.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. It's a little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Big play coming up. This is third down.
Cowboy 80. Go.
They'll look to throw. And he will slide to a stop. Of a hydroplane effect there, but he does have the first down.
First and goal.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up first and goal.
Now a screen set up for Achane. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward.
It is brought in the end zone. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins. That's a 2-touchdown game for him. Numbers 7 and 8 for the season. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? On the return, here's Turpin. Past midfield. What a great return. All the way down to the 40-yard line.
And I think you can just about lock up Special Teams Player of the Week, Mike. I mean, he's had some big returns already in this game, and now this is another one right here.
Dak going to throw it here on first down. And as he threw it, the pass is incomplete.
I'm not sure what it was, Mike, but there was something off about that play from the jump. I'm not sure if it was the body language or the on-the-line of scrimmage communication, but it was pretty clear to me that they weren't on the same page, and I think the result showed.
On second down, a run with Williams. And a good tackle out wide. Will hold him to a gain of just 3.
He was brought down by Peter Cody. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Jake Ferguson was the intended target. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Brandon Aubrey on for the Cowboys field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
That's off the crossbar and in. How did that happen? It's good. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. Very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
43-yard line.
They'll start on the ground. It's Achan. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that
4-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
from the 44-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. That's an RPO quickly into the hands of Waddle. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down.
1st and 10.
Come on. Ready.
A run up the middle with Achan. And he'll try to keep his footing and manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
Got it. Ready.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8.
Got it.
At the Cowboys' 43-yard
60
line.
Bison. 60 Bison.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he'll take it on in. Jamison Williams. Down Miami. His 4th TD grab of the season. Bates good with the extra point. And the Dolphins have taken a 4-point advantage. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10. At their own 42-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Here's a 46. We're going to 54. 26.
The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 44-yard line.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here's 2nd down. ground. Williams. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like we might have been better off pulling that one because he handled off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
They gained 18 yards on that one. That's good for a Dallas first down.
A gain of 18 on the play.
They'll drop to throw. That one too far out in front to be brought in. And it's incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minutes. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
Here's Williams. He's got space. And now for a second time, he loses the football. And fortunately, one of his teammates downfield comes to his rescue and retains possession after the big play. They still have all 3 timeouts, and here we go with 1st and 10. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
This back's been having his way all night long, Mike. Just a lot of room to operate. Great job by the offensive line all night long, but in this case, defense does their job. They're able to penetrate, get in the backfield, and take them down for a loss.
Hey, 47. 26.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. To the left side, he's got Ferguson, and he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run-after-catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal.
Kick is good. Makes the score Cowboys 48, Dolphins 45. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
Let's go. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. This one grabbed by Austin. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That is incomplete. So the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just no...
And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
This game has certainly not been for the faint of heart, Mike. I mean, we've been riding the ups and downs the entire time. But what a job by this offense. Game on the line to find a way to score and take the lead with very little time remaining.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. On the return, here's Turpin. And he is going to be taken down, and that is going to do it. So, fins up. It's a win for the Dolphins. It was a game played in a driving rainstorm, but they would not let the field or the conditions deter them in any way. They're going to come away from here with a well-earned victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins, home winners here as we say farewell from South Florida.